So here is what we're going to be doing for the next couple hours. Yes, the descent will make me vomit. Please play Half-Life 2 episodes, pretty please. 2 episodes. No. Oh wow, it is absolutely just screaming pouring down outside. I can hear the rumble of the rain pounding on the roof of the house. That's pretty good. Let's clean that up real quick. Delete those. All right. So some of the things I was thinking about from yesterday. Let me load up our game here. Oh, it is real, like serious pouring outside. The thing about here, though, is when weather gets bad, two things happen. Is our electricity stops, which has happened in the past on us, or our we lose our network. So that's always fun. But hopefully we will not do either today. Let's pull this. Can you guys hear that? Let me see if I point this up here. Or people get wet at Mardi Gras. That's true. I'm going to replay. I get just a bit of noise from. Yeah, I have noise cancellation on for some things. Let me see if I turn that down. If you can, where is my? Oh, now of course now it's not going to do it. Oh, where is the noise cancellation? I forget where it is on this thing. Noise suppression. Turn that off. Yeah, there you can hear it because I can see on the microphone you can hear it. That is the rain. So put the suppression back on. But outside, because I'm looking at the cameras outside, and you can just see the sheets of rain going past on the street. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, so where were we? I was trying to fix this up. Bump. Let's go back to our titles. Yeah, we can fix this up real quick. So I know it's silly, but I want to. God, why is that doing that? Let's center this a little bit. Okay. I'm going to pull some of these things out of here. We do have collision set. And we can put this, we'll change this up here. I'm going to take all this off. This is just our opening screen stuff. So we're going to change this to our fence and go from there. So let's go to our tile set. Okay, we're using the old tile set here. So let's do this. Set that. Now, I think I need to make this a little bit bigger on the screen over here. Like that, so we get the full screen. Okay, yeah. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm working on because it's just crazy. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to go to the upper one, and we should be able to go to instances and remove all these guys is what we're going to do. So let's take all of the plant bees. No, we want plant Bs. We're going to keep O plant is the one we want to remove. So we're going to remove those. Say goodbye. Goodbye, O plants. More O plants to go. We're going to keep the little ones, but we're going to remove the big ones, and we're going to switch over to our new one, which is our new tile set, so that we can get. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I want the tile set for this level. Let's switch this to the new mod tile set, which is our modified tile set. Did I do it correctly? I did, but those didn't change. Oh, because we have to do it on the upper one too. And then that will change those to tree stumps. Yep. That way we can put trees in. But what we'll do is we'll spread those around a little bit. We're not going to leave them bunched up like that. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Let's go to tile. And let's take this and take some of them out. Let's use our erase. We'll break it up a little bit to where they're not all grouped together wildly. Something more like that. Then we're going to go to the back and change this all to green. So we can put our fence in instead. Oh, that doesn't look right. Why doesn't that look right? Ah, okay, that's better. Need to make sure we grab the whole fence. Okay. We'll go ahead and put this here. We'll make it a double. Yes, it is real storming. Serious storming outside. Okay. We can take and put some trees in. Oops. Sorry, wasn't on the right layer. Geez, the rain is just pelting the window dramatically. Yeah, so yay. We're going to replace the rocks today with some other artwork, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute here. But right now, we will move them around a little bit. I think we can. Yeah, we can move them. There's another one over here, I think. Grab him from here. Yep, there he is. So we're going to replace those today and start building out the final stuff. And we might as well throw so we can, as part of the opening, since it's such an important thing to the game, we'll throw a couple of these up here just as for decoration purposes. Yeah. Alrighty then. Good. I forgot to leave an opening here for this. So let's move this over here so I can see the chat. Okay. Good daylight evening, yearlings. Great Uncle Ann has turned in. Good night, Uncle Ann. Good night, Great Uncle Ann. Yep, I just did. That is loud. Like someone is spraying a hose on the house. Yep. Please play Half-Life, okay? Hello, yearlings. Hello, Miss. Hello, Miss it. So yeah, so that's a little bit better. Maybe, you know what? Let's put a tree on either side of the gate too. I think that would be kind of cool from a standpoint of just having them there. So let's get back to our upper level and grab some tree trunks. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Just need that one. Okay. We can put one there and one there. Go back to our trees. Go back to our instance layer. There. Isn't that cute? And then we can chop them down later. No. But there you go. So let me see if I can pull the window up for the other rock. Because I was looking at our set here. So let me find a window that can show Photoshop. Okay, yeah, that looks like it's going to work. Is it on the screen though? Okay. Yeah, that can work. Maybe make it a little bit bigger on the top. So this is our tile set. And what I was looking at was to replace, get back in Photoshop. So to replace things. So I was thinking about, okay, so this is a rock. If we make this rock, there's a lot of things we can do to it. So we can take a filter and type in our filters. We can go to our gallery filter. I don't know if you can you see this? You cannot see this. Let's see if I can make it another window here. You can do an overlay on it maybe. Let's see. Filter grain. Ah, okay, good. So yes, we can show it. It's just underneath. So let me move that to, oh wow, I screwed that up. Nope, put that over the top. And then make it to where you can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, so here's the rock. And let's see if we can make that a little bit smaller maybe. Yeah, we can, so that you guys can see it. Pull this all in. Don't worry, I'm gonna move it back over into your guys' line of view here in a second. Okay, we want this one out here. Move the wrong one. Okay, so here's our rock. And then we can add like all kinds of filters to it. Like what is going to make it look like a rock, you know, for in our game. And these are all the filters that are in Photoshop that we can do to it. And I kind of like that one, but I would adjust the contrast on it. But so if we go with something like, oh, maybe that one, and then adjust the contrast to make it into the rock inside the village. Because I don't like the black rocks that are in the current thing. So let's save that and it will take us back to this. So now we have that filter on it. The next thing I would do is add a contrast to it. So we can adjust the contrast a little bit. You know, just to make it stand out a little more, but we may lose all that detail when we shrink it down to size, but we'll just do that for now. That'll give us a thing. Let me make that just for that rock. We'll turn the bottom rock off. No, the bottom rock. Okay. So old rock, new rock, old rock, new rock. All right. So let's do this now. Let's we'll save the Thank you very much for the follow, Seven Sade. Thank you very much. So I'm going to save this rock as a PSD file so that we have it in our stuff. Let me put it in our directory here. Show game dev. Oh, no, that's not where it goes. It goes down here into assets, and we'll go new rock. So that's our new rock. Save it. Now the tricky part. Number one, we need to make sure that we have it on an alpha, which we do. Good. And we're going to say, I'm going to resize the canvas to the size of what the rock is in the game. Actually, we'll do image. And I believe it's a 16 by 16, which is what we're going to make it. Let me take that off. Oh, actually, no. Let's not take that off. Try that again. Let's go 16. And then we will fix it in thing. So let's see. That's what it's going to look like. No, it is, but it's now just a tiny rock. So we need to change our canvas size. And we can clean it up afterwards. Right now, I'm just doing a quick convert on them. So that is our rock. So if we save this out as a PNG, export as rock, export, go into our directory where all of our stuff is for the game, assets, and we're going to call this new rock and save it as new rock. Now, when we go back to our game, let's turn this window off and this window off. Now we go back into our game, and here's our rocks that we have in the game. Oops. We can go to our workspace. Let's actually make a new one. Clear that, just erase that one because it's full. So we go to our workspace and we bring our sprite rock in. Oh, it's up here. They're not enemies, it's just an object. Oh, I'm looking at scripts. I do that all the time. For some reason, I always click on scripts instead of sprites. Problem with me, obviously. So where's our rock? Here's our rock. So we'll import the new rock. This should be interesting, if nothing else. Assets, new rock. Yes. So that's our new rock. It's a little blurry, but like I said, we can go in and clean up the blurriness by putting an outline on it, stuff like that. In fact, I think we can do that here. If we go here, we can actually draw here the outline. We just need a pencil tool. We need black or a dark. Yeah, well, we'd use black. What the hell? But we can draw some of the outline of the rock here so that we have it outlined as part of its rockiness. Sorry, Rocky, didn't mean you. Yeah. Just make it black for now for the outline. Then add some contour to it here and there. Yeah. Use our erase tool to get, it is erase, right? Yeah, that is erase. Get some of the anti-aliasing off of it. Thank you for the follow, Taylor Swift 11111. Taylor's Swift. Oh, you know what? I don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to lighten this up here. Not that much. But yeah, so you can make quick edits in here for stuff. Now that looks like crap. It's not going to matter when it's tiny, but okay. So now we have a rock. I got a rock. And when we go back to our title, that is now the new rock in there. So yay. We have a rock. It has been updated. As we slowly, oh, and the zombies are back. I love that kind of ring. Yeah, it was really cool to listen. And they say the worst is coming later. So that's now our rock. You know, and then we'll have to go in and fix our rock things. But what's cool is if we go to any of our other layers, any rocks that we put down already will be those rocks too. So that's kind of cool. We don't have to worry about it. So see, like back in our original, let me pull this over here. Back in our original, now those rocks are the new rocks. That's cool. But I work on them later because I because we haven't decided on a final art pass or what it is, then these rocks will change. This is just me going in and saying, okay, what is what can we put in there to represent while we're doing this stuff. Now, one of the things I was working on, let me see if I can make it look, as I started changing the wood for the buildings. So like when we're in the town, let me turn the collides off. So this wood here, this kind of stuff here, I'm changing that into something else. And I'll show you basically where I'm going with it right now. But it's like I said, it's all for temp stuff. Oh, I heard the zombie and I just kept going. Let me hold off here. We got 14 more seconds. Got followers again. Yep. And brains are done. Okay, so let me go back to our window. Okay, that's the correct one. So in Photoshop, I started working on this stuff, which is our changing the wood to this. Let me turn the grids off because they're messing shit up. So I started changing the wood for the background. It's all still there. The old one is all still there, but I'm just drawing over it so that it matches what I'm putting in. You know, so it matches as far as layout what I'm putting in. So I'm putting tops of logs in for this, just so that we're replacing the art that isn't ours. Oh wow, it just started coming down hard again. Yeah. Where are we at? Well, hopefully we can make it 2 hours before power dies or internet connection dies. But as you can see, we're slowly changing things. We could probably just make a new sign now. But yeah, so we can say, if we go, let's zoom in. So if we just go in and play with this a little bit, let's go back to yeah, we can use a line tool and make this a darker color just for giggles. Use black for now. We'll use a black outline. We'll go add a layer because I don't want to. I want to keep the. I want to keep the old one, of course. But if we start doing things like this, where just get a pencil tool. So we'll just draw in the new layer a new sign. Right now, I'm just going to kind of copy the old one a little bit using black instead of that. And maybe use a grayscale for the colors. as opposed to the, wait a minute. This sign is not used. We use the sprite, but what we can do is draw it and then create the sprite from that. So let's do that. Mm-hmm. Doop doop doop. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something in the, all I want is a basic grayscale, guys. You're not going to let me have it. Fine, be that way. So, sorry, Photoshop is doing weird things right now. Not a fan. Just saying. Make this 80. What the hell is this thing doing? For some reason, my Photoshop is not working correctly. So what we can do, for some reason, my Photoshop colors are doing weird stuff. They're not standard picking colors. They're like ultraviolet colors. I don't know how it got changed to that. They keep adding new things to Photoshop, and then I don't understand what they're doing. So, oh well. All I wanted was a simple gray. Oh, you know what? I'll use the gray from the actual Photoshop menu. Nope, it won't let me pick grays from there. Yep. Oh, wow. That was some serious thundering going on just now. Okay, so I'm going to have to work on this later because for some reason Photoshop is uncooperative. So we'll go to do something else. Let us decorate our town a little bit because we have a lot to do. We can start putting like trees up around the town square. But we will have to probably make them smaller. We'll make smaller trees for it later. So if we go to the upper level, start dropping some of these guys in. Oops, did it again. We'll throw a couple trees in. We'll throw some boulders in a minute. Well, that was a weird sound. Can you guys hear that? Let me see if let me turn the sound suppression off so you guys can hear some of this like thundering that's going on here. So now you might be able to hear, you'll probably hear like an ant fart in the other room, but you'll probably hear some of the thunder going on too. So hopefully we will not lose power or anything else. That's why I'm kind of keeping what we're working on kind of simple right now. Because if we lose it, then it's going to be easy to put back together. We don't want the bees upset, so we'll just put them on the sides there. Okay. That's a good enough trees for in town. At least I think so. What do I know? Grab our tree. Oh, tree. He says I'm up here. There he is. I just didn't want to overdo it in town with the trees. Oops. Chris the Third, thank you very much for the follow. Of course, now that I've turned the noise suppression off, we're probably not going to get any thunder. But we were, so I'm going to turn it back on so you don't have to hear all the background noise going on. If it should happen, though, I will let you know. Or if it happens very close, you will see me jump. Okay, so now we got some trees in town. A little bit more life. Okay, when addressing me, okay, I did that. Probably a year ago. We had some crazy rain and wind this morning in Carolina. What that was so bad it shut down schools. Wow. What theme was decided on? We haven't decided on a theme yet. Is it medieval, modern? We have not decided that yet. It's VA Survivor. Hello. Yeah, we haven't decided on the theme yet. That's why I'm just kind of like throwing some stuff in here. So like if we grab our rock now that we just did, we can drop some rocks around, you know, just some silly rocks. People like to go and sit on the rocks next to the lake and thing. But we can throw them pretty much anywhere, really. I'm just randomly dropping them, so see where we end up. But rocks do drop things, so that could be good. Cool. Save. So a little bit of that. Let's go to our no, not the cave. Up here, because we need to throw some rocks in here. Go to the graveyard. I don't think we need too many rocks here, but what we can do is kind of put a rock just here and there type thing. That kind of thing here. Where people can sit and talk to their loved ones or something. I don't know. Just making this stuff up as we go. Couple at the entrance here. That works. Okay, so there, some basic stuff. Our rock probably should drop a shadow, so let's see if we can add shadows to it real quick. I'm pretty sure. Collision mask. No, we need. this is S rock. We need to go to O rock. O rock, come here. Variables. Shadow, true. It says true, but it's not dropping the shower. Shadow. True. Make sure that's on. Okay. Go back. Let's say, let's do a build. Let's see if we got our shadows here. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Let's stop that. I forgot that I changed the directory. Yeah, we can just put it here for now. That's fine. Copy that. Save it here, run it. Make sure you guys can see it. Ah, there it is. Awesome. So as you can see, we changed our opening piece. So it's no, that's going to be just that size. Okay, so cool. So let's go here. Our new rocks are in, and they seem to be working well. You can still throw them. Well, okay, we have to fix the pieces that they drop. Oh, here, let me. Here, you can hear the thunder out there. You guys can hear that now, right? There is a website. What is that website called again? lightningstrike.org or something like that, which you can actually radar track thunderstorms, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, let's go out here. Hope so I'm actually on the right screen. See, so there's our rocks again. Ah, you get away from them. Oh, we went to the wrong place. Go back down here. You're supposed to go out this way. Thank you. Oh, we didn't put any rocks in here though, but we do have some in town now. So the town's not like bare and empty, which is good. So that's cool. And they're all, you can pick them all up and throw them and stuff like that. And I will need to update those pieces and make breakable pieces for it. We can also hack the trees down if we wanted to. So that's kind of cool. I don't think we can talk to him yet. Nope. That's cool that we can hide behind the tree. We're hiding behind the tree. There is a bit of a shake there that I need to figure out what's going on with that. Cool. Alrighty then. So the next thing that I want to look at is this, so as we have the different buildings in the village, in the town, I want to set up some of them like we did set up the ones in the village. Like this particular one here is, trying to remember which one's background, which one's, so this one is a sprite. So yes, we want to make sure that as a sprite, we want to make sure we mark the ones that we want to be disappearing. Tell Thor to take his thunder party somewhere else. And now he doesn't listen. Yeah. No. As long as he's wearing his thunderwear, we're all good. so what we're going to do is this, is we're going to go back to our town and we're going to grab our building top sprite. Where is it at? Let's see, that's text managers. We're looking for an object for the top of the building. Oh, there it is. Oh, roof. And we're going to put that on some of these. So the different buildings that we have, in fact, let's look at our list here. Let me pull our list up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pick the buildings that we're going to make into ones that just remove the roof as opposed to ones that are actual rooms that we have to create. So let me put this on screen. So here are our in-town buildings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a thing here and say insert. And then on this line, we're going to mark off the ones that we will put tops on. Obviously, the graveyard doesn't need a top, but you get the basic idea. So town square doesn't need a roof. You know, let me move this over to the side here. So town square, which is here, doesn't need a roof. School, we don't have a roof that size yet, so we're not good with that. Town hall, it's bigger than the roof that we have, so we're not going to do that right now. Bakery can be a walk-in. So let us look at the bakery, which I believe is here. Variables. Oh, that's the barber. The barber could be another one that isn't a walk-in, so let's start there. So what we'll do is we'll drop the roof on them. We're dropping the roof on them. Yeah, so there, that's done. Settlement. What's Thunderware? What's Thunder there? Thunderware. Yes. Thunder there. So there's these kind of buildings. So we'll look at that. So right now we have the butcher. Wait, no, this was. No, this was the barber. So the barber is one that we have put in, but let's look at here. So the barber is one that we'll put a roof on. Not the restaurant. Blacksmith, no, blacksmith is a different size. Carpenter, yes. Pottery shop, stables, no. Those will be individual buildings. Town square, no, no, no. Bakery, yes. General store, maybe not. Butcher, yes. Candle maker, yes. Clothing store, yes. So those were those will be the ones that we put a boarding house will not be, because that'll be a go into. Stable will be a go into. Blacksmith, we made the blacksmith a little bit bigger so the roof won't fit. Restaurant, yes, we do. We'll make that'll be a walk-in building. Okay, I think we have it there. So let's put roofs on all of these. Clothing store, yes, gets a roof. The roof is on fire. And I do have to figure out a way to, when we do our final roofs, we'll make roofs so that you can see that there's a walk-in on that other side. So, moving down the line here, bakery, yes. Brains. So we're going to stop for a minute. Well, we figured our brains out. There is a problem in my backyard. The fact they're looking is because the brains of the operations have no brains and they're starving. Oh, I need to move this down this way. Maybe I can do it in Game Maker. So my backyard, which is one of the drains of the neighborhood, the drain is clogged. And the backyard is filling up with water. So I may have to do something about that. I'm not sure what yet. Drains, yes. Butcher. Carpenter. Yep. Hmm. Interesting. What I'm finding interesting, and I don't know if you've noticed it. Let me zoom in here. I see a problem that we're going to probably have to make a separate instance for the tops of the buildings. And here's why, because they're covering the trees. I don't know if the trees should be in front of or behind. I think it's both, actually. I think it's all right, though. Let's do this. General store we decided was not going to have a roof on it because it's going to be a walk-in. Pottery shop will have a roof. Cool. So that's 6. So how many do we have over here on the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is this one over here, I believe, is the final one that needs this kind of roof on it. Candles. Candles should be the last one, correct, on the list? Yes. Okay. So the rest of them will have roofs on them, but they'll be background roofs. Uh, so we can make them into. Actually, I think we can do that. Let's do the background here, the upper tile set. I'm going to try something here real quick. It might be a little cheesy, but we're going to try it anyway. For one of our bigger buildings. Let's use this one as an example. Hmm. Let's see if we can just take the whole front of this one. Oh, it's because we did that. Okay, we'll do that. And I think we can just grab these like this. Something like that. Oh, well, it's going to cut into that, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. If we do this kind of thing here, it's just temp, so it's all good. Use what you got, right? That is the call of always most of the days. Since they're going to be under anyway, so we're all good. There. You guys were able to see that, hopefully. No, you were not, because I put it underneath that. What I was doing was I was piecing together. Oh, damn it. I was piecing together that roof from the artwork that we have, so now I know it can be done. While I eat M&Ms and Reese's Pieces together. Yes, my backyard's starting to flood. So what I'm gonna have to do, and I won't be able to do it till for about another hour and a half, is I need to roll my pants up, take my socks off, go out there with a rake and see what's covering the top of the drain, and then hopefully be able to clear it so the drain will actually drain. Because if not, then the next big thrust of heavy rain is going to start coming in through my back door. And that won't be fun. So, no. So, to put it bluntly, I am not prepared. There you go. Don't let it get too deep. It would be ultra paranoid of snakes and critters hiding in the water. Well, it's going to be what it's going to be, you know. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do at the moment. You know what we could do here? Oh, because we're using the upper, that is going to be a problem. Oh, well, we can fix that later. What I was thinking though is if we wanted to fill in the middle of the roof, we could make it a flat roof type situation. So we go something like this. We'll try it on this one. So we'll start our roof there. And we can bring it down all the way down and across to here, making this the correct one like this. Yep, we've got our little blip on the end there. Like that. Then we can do the other side. Just grab everything and just throw it on there. The other side like that. Oops. See? Like that. And then just grab it from the front like this. Yeah, something like that. And just fill that in like that. And then just take these middle pieces and fill in the middle. Hmm. Maybe like this, like something like this, where we can make a middle. Oops. No, that'll work actually. Yeah, that's right. We can use that to make it look like it was built that way. Yeah, it's something that works. Something like that. Not perfect, but gets the job done, right? Yeah, we'll just make it a double roof type thing. I think that'll work. It's just mock-up, so it also tells us where we have to, when we start doing artwork for the game, is what pieces we have to make and stuff like that. We tried. When I was 12, I was standing on some high ground at our house in southern Arizona during a torrential rain and flooding. Monsoon, they called it. Yeah, there's a monsoon in your lagoon. Watched the rattlesnake swimming in the water as it rushed by, and I think it gave me a lifetime phobia of what's in the water. Well, I know what's in the water, and it's never going to be good. But to see the lake in the backyard surprised me. So I am going to have to address that as soon as we get off today and see what we can do about it. Let me grab this roof here since it is a background roof. The background roof goes here because those are all sprite roofs. So the background roof goes here. See, that worked. Okay, so I can do that in the other one. So, all right. It's always good to try new things. Okay. That may be way too forward, but okay, we'll get it set up and then we'll back. But that does seem to work better. Yeah, see, that looks halfway decent. Wahaha. That does look better than the other one did, so I'm gonna keep it. I think we can get away with doing no, because this is a odd. If I added an extra, if I added an extra square to the side of this, then it would work. But yeah, plus it just looks bigger, which it should anyway because of what the building is. Cool. This one I'd probably turn though, but we'll see. But now we know the basics of what we can do. I was raised in California. We had a lot of rattlesnakes. So you kind of learn to just kind of deal with them. Because they ain't friendly about it, but they don't like to be bothered. So if you're going to bother them, know that they're going to bother you back. That is what they do. Yeah, something like that seems to work a lot better than what we were doing on that first one. So I may have to make that one a little bit bigger than it was. And this one a little bit smaller. Hmm. Yeah, we'll make it a little bit smaller. What the hell? It's just a church thingy, so it's all good. Grab the wrong ones. Okay, so that gives us the top to that building. We'll shave this and the regular stuff. Let's grab this to put on this side. Yeah, so we'll make that a little bit smaller. Which let's go back to the original tile set. Do just that. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Just by one. So that's right. I did that. Now when we put this back on, the upper tile set back on. Now we gotta make it one more smaller. Do we? Or can we do this? No, because we'd have to make that 2 to make that angle work. Grab this to make sure I'm right. Oh, that's fine. Because the inside of this building doesn't matter because we're going to make it as a separate room. And that will fix that. Okay then. See, that's good. That is doable. Let us try this now, which I think worked before. Make this a big old door. No, we wanted this here. Make it 2 doors. Yeah, I messed up our. It's fine. We will live. I know Brazil has some massive support for Heartbound. So he wants to show support for Brazil by going, okay, I know why enemy is to know thyself. Okay. I got a saying for you. Necessity is the mother of invention, but being broke is one heck of a teacher. That is true. You are absolutely right. Being broke sucks. Brains. Brains. Yeah, so.
Brains.
Yes, brains. Good enough. That is good enough. Sorry, needed a good stretch. Why should he? What am I missing here? Do you need any help? I'm a graphic engineer and love making shaders for fun. Not at this time, no. What is this stuff about Brazil? I don't think he's avoiding going to Brazil. To know thy enemy is to know thyself, and to learning about my enemy, I learned that anacondas are one of the few animals in the world that feel and express genuine malice. They would wrap around and crush large animals like alligators just because they don't like how big they look. So being that tall myself, I figure I'm never going to Brazil. Why should he? He didn't win at the streamer. What? Or is I Troy? I don't know if he's avoiding it, but okay. I know he's talked about it. I don't know if he's avoiding it. That's one of the biggest markets for his game. So I don't think you're correct on that. But I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. Why should he? He didn't win a streamer award. Who cares if he won an award or not? Rivers has shown massive support for Heartbound. That's true. And so he wants to show support for Brazil by going, that makes sense. But he's got to make sure that he's ahead of his monthly updates that he promised in order to do so. And just going without organizing something for his fans out there would seem like a waste, wouldn't it? I don't know. You can still, there's a fine line because you can still show up to support your fans. You know, because like when we did BlizzCon was about fans. It wasn't about the games, you know. It was about interacting with the fans was the most important thing to us at the time. You know, did we always have everything perfect before we got to BlizzCon? No, not, because that wasn't what BlizzCon was about. BlizzCon was about the interaction between the developers and the fan base. You know, no matter what the state of the game was. So I fully support him going to Brazil and supporting his fans. I completely agree with that. Whether his game is ready or not is irrelevant to him acknowledging his fans. Yeah, if he's being advised not to go, then he shouldn't go. Informal Goblin. Okay. Informal Goblin. He won the League Award as his own category and was nominated for Streamer of the Year, but did not win. Yeah. For some reason, I thought I was too difficult accepting speeches throughout. Okay, case closed. So it's long story short. Thor promised to go to Brazil if he won the Stream Awards. He did not. He did not win this year, but he said he'd go regardless to show support for the guys that showed massive support for him. However, the Brazilians are advertising him not to at all, advising him not to come at all. You know, that's just it. Here's what happens is you make plans and you say, these are plans I'm going to do. If the world around you changes, you may not be able to keep those plans and it may not be your fault. So if he's going to Brazil, great, I fully support him. If he's not going to Brazil, great, I fully support him. But the geopolitical nature of what's going on in the world today probably makes it very difficult for things like that. You know, but my problem will be is that now that'll be turned into, oh, he said he'd go to Brazil, but he didn't go, blah, 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 blah. He's a terrible person. Well, fuck off. He's not. You know, you have to go with the advice given you. If it's too dangerous to go to Brazil, he won't go to Brazil, period. And some of this stuff that's going on makes it more dangerous for him to go to places like Brazil and stuff like that because people are saying stupid stuff that makes no freaking sense. You know, and both he and I have explained over and over and over again the things that he's accused of nepotism and stuff like that, are all made up bullshit. And but there's people that believe it and believe that he shouldn't be allowed to do what he does because he should have never had the chance to do it in the first place. So if he doesn't go, I'm perfectly fine with it. If he goes, I'm perfectly fine with it. But I'm going to, if my advice to him would always be, do what makes you, that keeps you safe first. That should be the furthermost point in your mind. Am I going to be safe? If you cannot guarantee your own safety going someplace, don't go. Pretty much that simple. So. No, I will argue that, Sorrentos, I think, don't put your life in danger, period. Whether it's your job or not, don't. You know, bring your concerns up to your management, bring your concerns up to whoever you have to. But don't put yourself in danger for anybody. I know that he wants to go. I know that for a fact because last time I talked to him about it, he was really happy about going. A lot of stuff has happened since then. And a lot of changes have happened. And a lot of people have done some very dangerous things and which may make it very difficult for him to go. You know, but right now people are nitpicking over the silliest things. It just makes me laugh. I was reading the thing last night where the video that he put out explaining all the things that needed to be explained. People are going, well, you can see in there that his dad had to struggle to call him Thor. I go, I didn't have to struggle to call him Thor. What I had to do was I call him by his first name. I have called him by his first name since the day he was born. But in the context that I was talking about him, I started to say his first name first and then stopped myself and said Thor because that's the name you guys know him by. It wasn't me struggling to call him Thor. It was me stopping myself from calling him by his first name and calling him Thor so you guys would know who I was talking about. Because I will always call him by his first name. When we're together, we're hanging out, or if I'm calling him his dad to see how he's doing, I'm going to say, how you doing, son? How you doing, Jason? But now they're going, oh, his dad struggled to call him Thor. Maybe Thor's not his name. Oh my God, please get the fuck over it. Oh, let's see. Curveball, thank you very much for the follow. You would struggle to call him by his second name when you named him. Well, because I never called him by his full name. I'm his dad. I'm not his boss. Does your dad, other than when we're pissed, we never use your kid's full name. If I was pissed at him, if he lit the couch on fire, I would say, Jason Thorhall, get your ass in here. You know? But other than that, I just Jason. You know? Thor came up sometime when he was working at Blizzard where he started going by that name. And that's fine for him, and I'm perfectly happy for him. But yes, hearing your full name always is bad. But if I accidentally call him Jason while we're talking about him and I correct myself to say Thor, it's not me struggling to call him Thor. It's just me using the way I've always addressed him from the day he was born, to now. But that is his name. That is his full name. So I do not use his middle name unless I'm pissed. So I just think it's silly that people are finding these stupid things. And they'll make a big thing. If he decides for his own safety that it's not good to go to Brazil, they'll make a whole story up about why he's horrible to his fans in Brazil and all this stuff. And it's all crap. Yeah, internet drama is just drama. But when you are when you are releasing addresses, pictures of houses, pictures of people, things like that to get back at someone, hoping that something happens to them because you've given bad actors all the information, you are conspiring to commit murder. And that's going to get you a visit from the FBI or local police or somebody, especially if in the website you're posting in, you are identified. And several people from the website that are doing these hateful things have been identified and have been turned over to local authorities and the FBI, their names and addresses. And if anything happens to any of the above listed above, those people are not going to have a good day. So because the website is outside the U.S. territory, therefore it's conspiracy to commit murder, but it's also terrorism on the United States, against the United States government and its people, and all these other things. I don't think that the people involved realize how drastic it's become because they're doing it on those websites. And a lot of them are really freaking easily identifiable and are not going to have a good day if anything happens to any of the people that were put up on that website. Releasing personal information of anybody is wrong, unless you have to give it to the authorities, which is what we're working on right now. Getting as many people on the website that's doing these horrible things, getting them identified and getting them their names put in front of the authorities. So that will be done, and that's all there is to it. Now, where are we at? So the charges that they will face will not be fun in any way, shape, or form. And me as a dad will do everything I can to make sure that if anything happens, that we protect my kids, we protect the people around my son, and that if anybody crosses that line, that they are dealt with immediately and through the proper authorities. Not just, we're not going to sit here and argue online, because arguing online is never going to get you anywhere. But once you cross the line that they have crossed, it becomes a whole different ballgame. It's not just you being upset online. It is a completely different ballgame when you start threatening people and putting their private information up, hoping that somebody's going to do something to them. That's bullshit. Okay, now that you've got my adrenaline up and pumping, thank you. But if it's unsafe for him to go to Brazil, he should not go to Brazil. Period. Just like if it's unsafe for me to go out and wade across the water to try to clear the drain because of snakes, then I probably shouldn't do it. But I don't think there's snakes, and I'll look for snakes beforehand. Okay, let's get back to this, because I can feel the adrenaline rushing through me, and I just want to scream. I'm gonna move this out by 1. And we're going to grab this other side. Then we're going to mess it all up because we didn't grab all of the other side. according to the law, even though you may have just went on there for a second and made a couple comments, it doesn't matter. You are still part of that group. You are still part of the people that are making the threats. Whether you openly made them or not, doesn't matter. So, good luck. All I can say is good luck. Oh, humans. Sorry, I'm just trying to calm myself down here a little bit because I'm just going to get really riled. I don't want to get riled. You done riled me up. You got Grandpa all riled. Now what are you going to do? Who's going to put him back in his box? Nobody. I get it there. I think I like that design of the building better. Yeah. As I finish all these, when I get one I like, I'll probably just take it and put it everywhere. Move this over. Put it there just to line it back up on the grid, and then we can put it down here. Cool. That one doesn't look too bad. That one. Yeah, I know, but it got the talk about I'm as a father, I get concerned about my son, and I can get concerned about his safety. And the way things have been going in regards to all the crap that's going on around him right now is undeserved, in my opinion, and should be stopped. My next problem with it is that it's continuing, and unfortunately, I know some of the people on that stream that are doing that, and they know that I know who they are, and yet they are continuing to do that and continuing to threaten his life and stuff like that. And I'm not I'm not going to sit around and go, "Oh, that's great," because it's not. And I will never condone stuff like that, ever. When it gets brought up, I'm sorry, it pisses me off. It does, it does, it does. It absolutely does. Because he should have been able to, he should be able to go to Brazil, and he should be able to go and not have to worry about it. And it's not, unfortunately, it's not something that's going to happen, and I'm not happy about it. If what's going on continues, it's not, we're not in good shape here. That kind of thing. You know what? I think I like the way this roof turned out better, so we're going to use this one on the other one too. If you think it's the same, but it's not. Okay, that works.
Brains.
Brains. We have come to the end of that program. But if you are going to play that kind of game, then you have to just understand that there are consequences on you as to what happens there. And it's just sad that that a lot of those people don't realize that. They think, oh, we can get away with this forever. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just threatening to kill people. No, you can't do that. It doesn't work that way. I'm innocent. I did nothing. Oh, yeah, you're kind of dead. Move him over there. That's all good. That's fine. But those will be the buildings that you just walk into. Yeah. Oh well, to fit on this one too. Oop. Cool. We just need to fix the front. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good there. Pretty good. Need to fix the bottom half. This is down here. Good enough. Actually, we can put this on this side. Just so it's pretty. Cool. And I'll hold off on that until later. I'll get the basic idea for that. Don't get me wrong. We all understand and feel your pain right now, and you have truly genuine concerns. But right about now, we can't really do anything about it because of which I'll eat at you, which is why we can all relate to you taking every measure you could to make sure that your kids are safe. So for the time being, let's keep going with tiling. We're tiling. I have an admiration for people who have the resistance of only threatening. Admiration for people who have the restraint to only. Yeah, that is a issue. You know, it is not easy to. It is not easy to not threaten the other path. So all you can do really is, okay, here's how we're going to handle it. Because to go the other way changes the dynamics of everything and makes you in the wrong more than anything else. Now, should someone show up at my house and make threats and things like that and look like they're going to carry them out, they won't walk away. You know, it's just not going to happen. Yes, every measure is being taken, both for myself and for everyone else. And every piece of information that can be gathered for the people that are doing the wrong things is being gathered. So it's all you can really do. Make the authorities aware. Here's what's going on. You know, because even with swatting and stuff like that, because that is things that people have done as well, not to me or to the family, but they can, or they have to other people. You know, then they just go, "Oh, well, we didn't do it. The police did it." La, 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 la. No, you know, I think that swatting laws need to be worked out to where they're strong and mean something, because there's people out there doing everything they can to disrupt things and get bad players. Bad players are trying to make it very easy for bad incidents to happen, and that's not the right thing. Just not the right thing. We need one on the top, which means we need to move that guy. Yep, his little tree stump got moved. Tree stump, over one more. Now we'll put you here. Go to our instances and grab this tree. Him down there. Okay. All fixed. There, now our little town looks like a little town. I don't think that the, well, we'll just throw a roof on it for now, but it's not gonna make a difference in this tile set, so. Go back to upper. Okay, so that is correct. We just need to remove. Oh, that's correct. Does it look wrong? Because you're a dummy. That's why. There you go. Oops. What happens when your finger gets away from you? Okay, that'll do for now. So all of our buildings have roofs, even the ones that will be able to get away from them. So all good. All good, all good, all good. Yeah, there's all kinds of tools. Like I said the other day, though, is if you're anywhere on the internet, anybody can find out who you are. And if you don't think they can, good luck to you. The game we're working on is just a simple game that someone had asked if I were to make a game today, how would I do one? And so we got into this whole big thing about doing stuff or building something. And so we just started building something from scratch, and this is how we're doing it. So we have a basic design doc. We have a basic idea of what we want the story to be. All of it's built up in here. So we have our basic characters that we want to use. We have our credits list. We have here's our character breakdown for some of them. We have all of our story points as far as what the main story is. We started to work on the game flow and things like that. We have some stuff written up for the family crypt, which is this part here where each of the tombstones is a different ancestor. We have stuff for our village, which is what we were just working on, which is basically all of our shops in our villages and stuff. Let me see if I get back to it. So everything, we have a village on everything. And it's just basic because the way that I need to be able to work is I need to be able to, for lack of a better way to put it, walk around the town in order to come up with ideas for it and stuff like that. Though we have a very large amount of ideas that we put together throughout our conversations here, we do have a lot of things that I'm showing people how I'm putting stuff together as regards to like how to get Excel to actually write your code for some things. So this is this is for all of our gravestones. And it's basically Excel putting together the ideas we have into code that can be just cut and pasted into Game Maker Studio. Starting to list all the items we can do. We're starting to list up things that are in the forest and stuff like that. So we have a lot of just documentation. And it's something we started about 10 weeks ago with with a Miro board, because someone had asked, how would I start making a game today? And so that's what we started doing. Why is that lit up? That should not be lit up. Okay. So if we go and turn that off, and turn Game Maker off, then we can hopefully see if I can get this to come up. Change this to that. Yeah. So we originally put all of our ideas on this Miro board because that's what we had started to do in the first place. This is like, okay, well, let's just throw some ideas around. So this is all the buildings for our town because we're just throwing some stuff up and trying different game ideas and stuff like that. And that led to us now building the whole thing. So we mapped out quite a bit for just a basic game design. We did some dialogue and stuff like that for things, and came up with just some different ideas. And then we came up with the idea of the family crypt and our character. So our character basically returns home one day, and his grandfather or guardian, whoever, is missing. So he goes out to find them. And so thank you for the follow, Vlad Tup Pinto? Pointo? Pionto? So he goes out to try to find his grandfather. And while he's looking for his grandfather, he goes to the family crypt. And in there are the ancestors, and we created 9 ancestors that will give him advice and things like that, but also give him. That's also where he'll level up, and that's also where he'll learn new skills and stuff like that. So it's just a little boy goes to save grandfather game, and then going from there. So we just started building it. I had to take 4 weeks, I think, to learn Game Maker Studio. So I'd never used it before. So I did a 51 part tutorial by Sarah Spalding. I think it's Spalding, yeah. And had just come back last week from doing that tutorial, and now we're starting to just build everything out in Game Maker, and seeing what we can do. So I'm just now putting our town together. We have quite a few parts of the thing put together. So I'm actually underselling it a little bit, but by the same token, I wish it was further along, but we had to stop and learn some stuff, which is also part of game dev too, is if you don't know something, stop, learn before you go on. So we do have our starting point, which is this room here. And we have a character, which we're still using the artwork from the tutorial, but we're replacing it as fast as we can. We actually replaced the rocks this morning, and I've replaced a couple other things throughout. And we have little forests. We've put trees in. So these are little happy trees that are also, you can't cross a chasm unless you build a bridge first. Well, we have bridges. We will build proper artwork for the bridges too. And I know that's not what you're saying, but I understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm just going a little bit smiley day. Yes, working on it. Yeah. But the whole point of this was to do this, is to say, okay, you have an idea for a game. You've thrown a whole bunch of stuff up on whatever, your mood board, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. Or your wall. What is the easiest and cheapest way to get started building the game so that you can see if it's even a viable game before you put a whole bunch of money into it? And that's basically what we're doing here. Is we just had some ideas for the game, and I threw them up on the board while we sat and talked, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just try this, let's try this, let's try that. I went to build it in the engine. I didn't know the engine, so I had to go learn the engine. Now I know enough about the engine that we can actually do things in it and run around and do stuff. Now I don't need to for what we're doing, but I need to for me, as I am just now kind of beautifying all the areas so that I can walk around them. But we do have all of let me do a save here real quick. I don't think I saved after I finished. We'll do a build, and then while I'm talking, we'll walk around. So now we have a basic zombie coming up any second. Yep, thought so.
Brains.
Yay. So I'm holding off because I don't know if you guys can see me. If everybody can't see me. I know that. Jeez. Ads are going to go for another 1 minute and 19 seconds. So yes, I made up a stupid name. Toby's Traveling Adventure. A game development test. And that's exactly what this is. It's a game development test. But you can see that our screen that we worked on earlier is actually working. Already in and already up with our new rocks. And yeah, I guess they do have. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I know why the rock shadow and the tree shadows aren't working correctly. I understand that now. Is I forgot to set the center point at the bottom of the object. Out of curiosity, what do you want to build? Move this off of there. We now have 18 seconds till we can daily care.
Brains.
So all the changes we just made should be doable in here. So we have our rocks and new rocks and stuff on here. I don't know if the building tops are going to disappear. Oh, they do. See, they work automatically because I already put the code in. We can see now that these are the buildings that just the top will come off and you'll be able to go in and buy things and do things in those shops. These ones will actually, it won't come off and you won't be able to enter it because those will be made into actual rooms that will be part of the other system. But, and what I mean by that is, let me go back here real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we go back into our little starting point here, we have two kinds of rooms. We have ones that are what I just showed you, which is the top just disappears and you go in there and you can do things, which is great because we can go in like, if we go into the candle shop, we can buy candles. If we go to the butcher's, we can buy meat, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then we have other rooms like this, which are what are called rooms that you go to and then you can do things. In this particular case, we don't have anything in here, but this is where we can do all of our shopping and all that stuff. So because we already bought everything in here, I could probably start a new build. In fact, if I kill our saves, then it will start. We can start from the very beginning. I don't think we have to go to. Okay, I need to find the dot save. Where did I put them? Not there, said the fly. I think they're in the operating part. The show. Pretty sure that's what I named them. No, those are Adobe ones. Nope, that's not where we were. Okay, but I'll go in and delete the saves, and then all that will reset. But we do have a monetization system. We do have all those kind of things. And we can still chop down trees, and they'll give us arrows and logs. But don't chop from the top. If you chop from the top, then you won't see what it's dropping. But if you throw a bomb on it, which we can do, get bomb, throw bomb. Yay. Get bomb. Throw bomb. Oh, no logs. We want logs. Go over here. Blow these ones up. Bomb. Throw. No logs. Bomb. Throw. Oh, we get no logs. Oh well. Eventually, we will get logs. There's some. So yeah, so we can get arrows and logs. But we've made logs a collectible, so it's going to be easier to keep track of them. Can you throw bombs? Are NPC, you mean at NPCs? I'm sure you can throw them at them. I don't think it'll kill them, though. I don't think we made NPCs killable yet. I don't think he'll react to us bombing him in any way. I also don't think he'll react to no, you don't care. I don't think he reacts to arrows either. Nope. Signs do. And our little critters do. We haven't put any little critters in here, but we do have some back here. Oops, sorry. I might have turned that off. Oh, wait, no, there's some. Woohoo! But rocks react as well. So, yeah, fun beans. These are the old plants. These are the ones we're going to be getting rid of, replacing with trees. But they drop all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Can you throw bombs at NPCs? Yes, you can. Will they blow them up? No, they cannot. They will not. Is there an inventory section? Right now, no. But if you look in the top left corner there, we can scroll through the items that we have. So we have, this is our hook, which we can use to pull things to us or attack things. It will grab onto signs. So like if we go after that sign, it'll pull us towards the sign. We do have bombs, which you've already seen. We do have arrows, which you've already seen. So, and we do have gold, which it collects. But right now, that's it. I want to be able to have a screen come up and have a array of them. Things like a bag. I want to add a bag system to it. And that'll be an inventory section. But right now, we just have what is in the tutorial that I did. And then we'll add things later. But we do take damage and stuff like that, which is good. So right now it uses hearts, but we can change that later. You see if this guy... And the monsters will attack and follow us. Ah! And we can die. But we cannot bash him that way. Boop. So yeah, so we can take damage, all that kind of thing. We also have the ability to die. So he's dying right now. And he has died. And he starts back over where he was. So. Woohoo, money! And signs work and all that stuff. So even in our big city, all that stuff works. All these things, all the signs and stuff work. And Sparta wrote a whole bunch of stuff for the tombstones. So if we go up here into the graveyard, all the tombstones say something, which is cool. Yep. So that's pretty cool. We have different things, so awesome. So yeah, so it's just a matter of testing everything out and putting it all in now. Now that we have a base town, we have all that kind of stuff. We can start saying what's in what. This is the family crypt up here, basically, and we'll beautify it up. But all All of them have text boxes already built into them. Oh, sorry, picked up a rock. You know, so it's just all fun stuff. And of course, yes, the trees are still choppable and all that works. I do have to fix the shadows, so it's something that's on my list to do. But the trees don't drop stuff that often. They only drop, right now, they only drop arrows and logs, which will change, because what we'll end up doing is they will only drop logs and probably needles, because what I want to, for these bigger trees, they'll drop needles, so that you can sell those to the tailor to use them to sew with. You know, silly stuff like that. Logs. Oop. So yeah, so I'm not keeping inventory on logs right now, but I will be. Nick, Evan, you died in your arms last night. Must have been something you said. Very funny. Adding to the list. Let's go to our tombstones. Oh, wrong spreadsheet. That is the spreadsheet for something else. Graveyards. Put it over here in the list. Make it a color that can be seen. And then take the second line, put it on the bottom here. And then this will automatically format it to the right format. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing here. And then this will be the last thing we'll do today, because it's we're already over time. So this is what he just wrote, and he is where'd he go? VA survivor. Let me grab that, put that here so I have it, so I don't forget it. All right, so turn this on. Come on. Oh, it says, I can't, I'm behind this. Okay, so here's the line that he just wrote in there. Get it over here. Oh, guys, I hate this thing sometimes. We'll zoom in. So the only thing I did was I just dropped the line down to where it could be in the same format as the other ones. So now all I have to do is grab this here, all of this here, grab it here, and then we'll go back to that. Grab all of that and come back here and drop it right here. Boom. And what that does is it breaks it up into all the pieces we need for our code. So then all we have to do is come up here and copy this code, put that code there, and then make sure we have the right line. What line was it on? It was 70 something. So we are on 78. So if we put 78 here, 78 and 78, it automatically formats it in the code needed for the gravestones, or for the signs even. So now we have that as a new piece of code. And the code is written for us and will come out perfectly every time. We won't make any errors in it. I'm trying to write. See, now you guys are getting into it. James Hartfield. Died trying to ride the lightning. I will be the master of puppets. Nicely done. Yeah, so that's how I set things up so that they code themselves. And then we just literally, like we showed yesterday when we were putting things in the tombstones, we close that window. all we really need to do is just, oh, God, we have all kinds of things open here. Have the right window open. So if we go to this one right here, all we have to do is take that thing that we just did and literally just copy it in here. And it's done. Already formatted, already set up, so we're all good. Mhm. But the ones that we have now, up until this one, have all been written by Sparta. So very appreciative. When we put that one in the game, then we'll also add the other credit. That's weird. Okay, so that one will need to be added next. But it's fun to write things like that where you can go in and just have pieces of code written for you. Anytime you can make things easier on yourself, you always should. Alrighty then, let's save this so we don't lose everything we did today. Shout out to Sparta. Yes, absolutely. He is in the credits as well, because I do put people in the credits that help out. Because I want to make sure that you guys get credit for what you deserve credit for. Let me take this one and make this, just make a comment on this one to make sure that I have the name of you in there, VA survivor. And then I will add, once I put that in the game, then I will add your name to the credits. But yeah, doing this stuff is always fun. It's just a really fun job. It is a fun job. We should all do it every day. Or as I used to put it, beats real work. Beats a real job. Yeah, we need to, one thing we do need to make sure is taking off quotation marks, because the code, quotation marks will kill the code. So what I do is I usually take the quotation marks off. Then maybe we'll use maybe single line quotation marks will probably be fine. That way it doesn't get confused. Let's save that so we don't lose that. And then that takes care of that one, which is 81. Copy, make that 81. So much easier than typing it all and formatting it all by hand. Just saying. Okay, where are we at here? And thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yep. I missed the part where you got the art assets in. Are these stock assets or made by you? Or these assets actually belong to Sarah Spalding, who did the tutorials that I did. We are replacing them as we speak. We are going through and replacing them as we're working on stuff because I don't think we have the rights to use them for a long period of time. I think we can do it as we're replacing them, which is what we're doing. But like the tombstones and the rocks here that you see on the screen right now are us. The gate at the top is us. As we're, like I said, as we're working through this, also the trees are ours. You know, the grass background is still hers. The water is still hers, so we'll be replacing those in the next week or so. We'll be replacing everything. And then, like in our little village, the cabins are hers. I actually showed today that I'm starting to work on those assets now to redo them in another style to be able to work our way through to make neat stuff that we did. But probably won't be even our replacement probably won't be the final tile set, because we haven't decided on a world yet. I'm just making tiles to replace Sarah's tiles so that we're not using theirs for very long. But they were part of the tutorial, so those are what I had, and we will be replacing them. Like those little bushes right there are theirs. The cat people are theirs. The all that, the signs are there, so we'll be redoing those. I have some ideas for the signs that might be interesting. We will see. So, yeah. So those are slowly being replaced. So no, the tile sets are not ours. And they're not a stock tile set by any means. They belong to the tutorial that we did. Let's see. Where am I at? I'm supposed to be here. Okay. We are going to go up here before the ad starts, just so that we can close this out. Let me do the close of this first. And turn all this off. No, not the main camera, you ding dong. Turn that off. Turn our logo back on. Woohoo! We're going to be ending this time now and going over to turn on the Just Me sign.